Coming up on the Paper Talk today, Erik ten Hag has been getting awards and he's been saying all the right things when we're looking at that. Also, Bruno Fernandes has been a target for a country, basically. So we'll look at what is going on there. And we've been linked with a centre-back. Let's check it out. Jay here for Stretford Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford and yeah, it's pretty grim. It's raining, but don't worry, I'm not going to be throwing my parka on the floor this morning because Manchester United won at the weekend. We beat Fulham with a late winner from Bruno Fernandes. Just what the doctor ordered, and it always sets you up for a better week, doesn't it? Until we get beat off Copenhagen, probably anyway. But anyway, let's get into it. Loads of stories to get through, one of which focuses on Bruno Fernandes, funnily enough. Now, this story was in Caught Offside this morning, and it comes from a journalist called Rudy Galletti. He seems reasonably reliable. He's got quite a few followers, and I know blue ticks don't matter anymore, so that doesn't count, but he's been on Sky and all the rest of it. Anyway, the story is that Bruno Fernandes has become a target for Saudi PIF representatives, I put my teeth in, set to meet the entourage of Manchester United's star to discuss shock summer transfer even. And Galletti says PIF is already taking some concrete steps ahead of the next summer transfer session. Bruno Fernandes is emerging among the targets on the list. Some Saudi representatives are set to contact and meet his entourage to explore the room of negotiation. I know that's not quite perfect English, but you can forgive him. Now listen, I'd be very, very surprised if Bruno Fernandes was to leave this summer to go to Saudi. He's still a relatively young player. He's got a lot to offer, and I think he's got a lot of unfinished business here at Manchester United in trying to push us towards a league title or winning a Champions League. Yes, we've won the Carabao Cup, but I don't think Bruno Fernandes signed from Sporting to win a Carabao Cup in, one trophy every 4 years or whatever it's been since he arrived. But everyone has the price, so we'll keep an eye on it. It'd be very, very surprising, as the story says. It'd be a shock move, but stranger things have happened. We know the money that's involved in Saudi. When you can get players like Cristiano Ronaldo, almost anything is possible. So, yeah, if there is any developments on that one, we'll keep you posted. But I, for one, would be very, very sad if we lost Bruno Fernandes. I think he's one player we need to keep hold of. We need to be strengthening our squad, not weakening it. Just on strengthening the squad, there's a story here. I think it's in The Faithful, and it's come from Spanish publication AS. And this is about Man United told 39 million plus 13 million quid bid will be accepted, decision close. And this is about Goncalo Inacio. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jay, we know about Goncalo Inacio. We don't need telling, but there might be one or two of you, like me, who don't know a lot about him. So he's a young defender, centre-back. He's 22 years old. He's broken into the Portuguese squad. He's got 4 caps for them. And also he's been playing quite regularly for Sporting despite his young years, his youthfulness. Played 10 games this season, 33 last season. Played a lot of football for a young lad. And it's been said that, talking of Sporting, that Manchester United have been after Inacio for months, and the latest reports indicate Sporting are willing to sell their prized asset. According to AS, the Lions want activation of the player's €60 million release clause to sell him, but they are willing to agree to a payment plan. So there could be some sort of payment plan which could help Manchester United buy him. We know that United love a payment plan. We love a loan deal. I'm not sure what the new sort of investment from Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to mean in terms of transfers. We know that he's putting money into the infrastructure. Hopefully they can fix the leaking roof here at Old Trafford and get the training ground up to scratch. But whether that's going to transfer or that's going to help us in the transfer market remains to be seen. But United do need to strengthen in the window, in the January window. There's a lot of talk of a striker coming in. Maybe there could be other areas as well. We'll have to wait and see. As always, we will keep you posted. A couple of other stories to get through before we move on, because producer Joe is getting absolutely soaked. He's not even got a coat on. He's not got a coat. He's not got a brolly. Bless him. Right. Amad Diallo. This is stories in the evening news. It's been doing the rounds for a few days, this one, because Diallo posted on his Instagram pictures of him running, videos of him running even, and he said positive to be back on the grass. No, he's not taking drugs. He's back running on the grass. So lots of people looking at that going, yeah, he's nearly ready. We don't know how soon he's going to be, but he is obviously making progress, and we probably need him. A few months ago, we were going, we've got so many wingers at the club. Is Amad Diallo even going to get in the team? But now when you look at the wingers we've got and how flawed they are, and the fact we're struggling for goals and assists in the attacking department, then I think Diallo's got every chance of getting into the squad this moment in time, getting into the team even, as Erik ten Hag looks to sort of sort out the problems we've got going forward up the pitch. So we'll keep you posted on that one as well. Talking of Erik ten Hag, he was at the Northern Football Writers Awards last night. Love a bit of Northern Football Writers Award. He was collecting an award. Yeah, we don't care that Pep Guardiola's won the treble. We're giving awards to Erik ten Hag for winning the Carabao Cup, because that's obviously more important. Anyway, he was there collecting his award, and he's saying the right things as well, to be fair to him. He said that winning, obviously, the Carabao is great and it's important, but there's bigger challenges. You want to win more, I'm paraphrasing, but basically talks about winning more at Manchester United. That's the ambition. So while he's pleased with what's happened, the goal is to win more trophies and bigger trophies. And that's what you want to hear. I'm not going to lie to you. I like what Erik ten Hag's been doing since he's been under pressure this last week. So I was impressed with his press conference. I thought he came out fighting. He looked like he had a bit of fire in his belly. And I think he said the right things at awards ceremony. Listen, it's academic what you're saying in press conferences and when you're collecting awards. What matters is what's happening on the pitch, and I feel like that win against Fulham was a big one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I know we've been here before, we can use that as a catalyst now to go on a bit of a run before the international break. Let's get a win against Copenhagen and then a win against Luton. Luton, who were very unlucky, weren't they, yesterday? I did feel for them with that late equaliser from Liverpool, but I think that's 2 points dropped for the Scousers, if I'm being brutally honest. Just before we wrap up, I want to talk about Harry Maguire, because Harry Maguire has been getting a little bit of praise lately, and I think it's deserved, because we saw against Fulham, he suffered that injury at early doors. There was talk that he was concussed. He says after the match that he wasn't. He then suffered another knock where the referee seemed to call over the physio. That apparently was his hand, not his head. But I think regardless of whether he's soldiering on through injury, you can be impressed with some of the performances we've seen from Harry Maguire. This was a player who was just being roundly, not just criticised, ridiculed. United fans, England fans, just hammering him, just trolling him, and it became almost fashionable, didn't it, to just hate on Harry Maguire. And this was a player who fallen down the pecking order to about 5th choice centre-back. I think if you look at it, if everyone's fit, there was a time when it was Martinez, Varane, Lindelof, and even Luke Shaw at centre-back over Harry Maguire. He's 5th choice for being the captain. An £80 million defender to be 5th choice. It's not easy to take that. But he stayed when a lot of people wanted him to leave. He's knuckled down. He's got himself back in the team. And he's playing a very, very important part for Manchester United. And I'm going to say, oh, this is it. It's wonderful. Everything's forgiven. Or not forgiven. It's a bit strong. But he's now amazing and we can rely on him week in, week out. But he is moving in the right direction. I think he does deserve his credit. It's not easy getting the captaincy strip from you. It's not easy getting all the criticism in getting. We want players to pull the socks up and get on with it and put performances in for Manchester United. And he's been doing that. And I personally think some of his teammates could take a leaf out of his book. I'm going to leave it there. Don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe. I'm going to be back with a Paddock podcast later on. Also, we're previewing the Copenhagen game. Me and Joe Smith are back for that one. So don't forget to miss out on all that good stuff. I've been Jay Motti outside a pretty grim Old Trafford, but I don't care because we won at the weekend. Thanks for watching.